Good evening, everyone. This is Robert. RJO Network presents another exciting edition of Inside Pitch. The 1969 postseason is on the air. We are back at Fenway Park. This is Game 4 of the American League Championship Series between the Baltimore Orioles and the Boston Red Sox. The Orioles lead this series 2-1. Orioles trying to take a 3-1 lead to try to clinch a Game 5. Red Sox trying to tie the series up 2-2, which guarantees a return trip back to Memorial Stadium. The Red Sox did a good job winning Game 3. The home team has won every game in this series, just like the visiting team won every game in the NLCS until last night. We will see what happens tonight as we go into Game 4. Brian B. and Doug Hunt are first to join us here at Fenway Park. And yes, LFGM, let's go Mets. Great win. I was really not worried about the 9-0 shellacking they took in Game 1. I knew the Mets would bounce back in Game 2, and I wasn't worried. The Mets did exactly what they had to do. Take one in LA. Now you go ahead for 3. Guaranteed you get all 3 back at Citi Field and try to clinch it there. They'll have to sweep the Dodgers there. Don't know if that's going to happen. I did say the Mets would win this series in 6, so we will see. But anyway, a nice happy recap from my Mets in real life. As the late, great Bob Murphy would say, now they get a day off and they have the momentum heading back for Game 3. But that is 2024. Tonight, it's 1969, and here the Orioles have a 2-1 series lead on the Red Sox in this ALCS. So, without further ado, let's get some baseball going. Starting pitcher for the Boston Red Sox, their number 1 starter, Mike Nagy. He's had it rough. No wins, 2 losses, and 1 no decision. So he gets the call for the Red Sox here in Game 4. We are at Fenway Park. This is definitely a hitter's park, but yet in Game 4, there wasn't much hitting going on. 183 home runs hit there in 69 and adds 4 to strikeouts. What will happen tonight between these two teams? We're about to find out as we go to the top of the first. Leading off for the Orioles is the left fielder, Don Buford. He is batting .429 for the postseason. We're going to use blue, white, and red dice. Red Sox are the home team. Nagy once again getting a try to go ahead and maybe win a game for the Red Sox. He needs to pitch one here because you've got one of the greatest of all time on the other side. Let's see what Inside Pitch has to say. Nagy, 1-4. That's a pitcher result. Against the switch left, that's going to be an automatic out, and it's going to be a ground out to first base. Taken care of by Dalton Jones. He'll take it to the bag himself for the first out. Next batter is the center fielder, Paul Blair. He's batting .313 for the playoffs. He does have a home run. Nagy, 3-1, hit by pitch. Plunk, ouch. He'll hit him. With that, too, he'll hit Blair, and Blair will trot to first. And that is the first hit batter of the game. So Blair will trot down there. Infield a double play. And now the right fielder, one of the greatest of all time, Frank Robinson. He is batting .323 for the playoffs, and he's got 3 home runs for the Orioles in the postseason. Nothing on the 16. Blair on it first. Nagy, 2-5. That's at the park. Fenway Park. 1-3. And it's a ground ball to second base. 3-3-4. Shortstop pivot. Petrocelli 0. 1-4. No. Blair is actually going to be thrown out at second, but Robinson will make first. And that will be a fielder's choice. 2 down. And now the first baseman, Boog Powell. He's batting .207 with a bomb in the postseason. Cutter Historical joins us here at Fenway Park. Our Red Sox fan doesn't always get into the chat when he gets a chance, but he does watch Red Sox games on replay. Strategy roll, and nothing on the 8. Robinson stays put. Nagy, 5-1. That's a blank. Powell, 3-6. That is a ground ball to short. That'll be handled by Petrocelli. He's going to throw to first and get the out and retire the side. Nothing, no runs, nothing across except the hit batter. And we'll go to the bottom of the first. Starting pitcher for the Baltimore Orioles, their number one starter, gentleman Jim Palmer. And yes, he's one of the greatest of all time. Palmer does have a record of 2 wins, no losses, and 1 no decision. So he has had a good postseason so far. Leading off for the Red Sox is the first baseman, Dalton Jones. He's batting .311 for the Bo Sox in the postseason. Palmer will pitch. Palmer, 5-4 against the lefty. It's a blank. Jones, 5-4, and he hits one to right field, but Frank Robinson will get to it, and he'll put it away. Next up, the second baseman, Mike Andrews, and he's been struggling, only batting .104 for the playoffs. Timeout real quick for something here real fast. Give me 1 second here. Okay, that's better. Take care of the rest later. John Haverly joins us here at Fenway Park. Palmer will pitch. Palmer, 4-5, hit by pitch. No, that 10 is high. Andrews, 6-1, and that's a fly ball to center field. Blair will get to that one and make the catch for out number 2. And now the left fielder, Hall of Famer, Captain Carl Yastrzemski. He is batting .193 for the playoffs. He does have 2 home runs, though. Palmer, 4-1, wild pitch. It's a blank. Yaz, 4-3, ground out to short. That'll be handled by Mark Belanger. He'll take care of it, toss it over, and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Red Sox. No score after 1. Orioles trying to take a 3-1 lead with a chance to clinch Game 5. Red Sox trying to tie it up, guaranteeing a return trip to Baltimore. Top of the second, leading off the third baseman, the human vacuum cleaner, Brooks Robinson. He is batting .215 for the playoffs. Nagy, 1-6, range play. Robinson, 5-2, fly ball center field. Going after that is Reggie Smith. He was pretty good. His range is a 4. And he'll get it on the run. 1 out. Nice play by Smith. Fly out to center, and Smith will make the play. And now the second baseman, Davey Johnson, future World Series manager, championship manager. Johnson is only batting .122 in the playoffs, so he is definitely struggling. Nagy, 3-5, error on a throw. Johnson, 6-6. Nope, that's going to be a fly out to left, and Captain Carl will get it and make the play. 2 outs, and now the shortstop, Mark Belanger. He is batting .400 for the Orioles. Buford is the leading hitter for the team coming into the game, batting .429. Nagy, 6-6. Home run chance. Righty, 1-11. The 2 is good. Against a righty, Belanger needs a 2. He's got a 10% chance to hit it out of here. No. Belanger, 4-6, but he will get a base hit. He won't get all of it, but he'll get a single into left field. So a base hit for Belanger, and he will head to first. Philip Reynolds and Matthew Stringer join us here at Fenway Park. And now the catcher, Ellie Hendricks. He's batting .167 with a bomb. Belanger, he will stay where he is. Nagy, 5-3, strikeout, 17 is too high. Hendricks, 1-4, ground out to first. That'll be handled by Jones. He'll take it to the bag himself and retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Orioles. And we go to the bottom of the second. Leading off for the Bo Sox is the center fielder, Reggie Smith. Underrated player. Definitely Hall of Very Good. Some people think Hall of Fame. And you can make an argument. He was batting 282 for the playoffs. He's around his average. Palmer, 5-5 against the switch left. That's a blank. Smith, 2-2. And Smith hits one into right field. And that's going to go down the line. And Smith's going to have a leadoff double. Smith will get a double. He'll hold at second base. And now the shortstop, Rico Petrocelli. He's batting 182 with a homer in the playoffs. He has 100 points under his average. Smith on it, second. And that's a 20. Palmer fires to second. And nope, they'll get back. Palmer, of course, has a balk rating. That's the only thing he could have done there. So Palmer will pitch. 5-5 against the righty. Strikeout plus 10. Swing and a miss, struck him out. That will be the first strikeout for Gentleman Jim. He had 123 of them in 69. And now the right fielder, Tony Canigliaro. He's batting 157, 100 points under his average as well. Strategy roll. Smith will stay put. Palmer, a 5-1, strikeout 15. That just missed. Canigliaro, 4-1, ground out to third. That'll get picked up by the vacuum cleaner, who sucks it up and blows it over to first. Smith's going to stay at second base. So a ground out there handled by the vacuum. And that will bring up the third baseman, General Patton, George Scott. Scott is batting 154 for the playoffs. Smith on at second, and he will stay there. Palmer, 2-3, error on a throw. Scott, 1-3. Nope, that's going to be a pop fly ball to first base in fair territory. Boog Powell says he'll get that, and he will, and retire the side. No runs and a hit. No score after 2. It was a low-scoring game in Game 4, in Game 3 at Fenway Park. Are we going to have the same thing? G-Puck joins us here at Fenway Park. Have not seen you in a while there, G-Puck. Good to see you. Top of the third. Leading off for the O's will be the pitcher, Jim Palmer. Not a bad hitter. 203 average and 6 RBIs in 69. I know you always watch, G-Puck. I know you always do. Just good to have you in the chat. Nagy, 5-2, walk 9. And that's ball 4. He walked the pitcher. Palmer is a 5, but plus 4 makes him a 9, and he will walk Palmer. And that is not good. First walk given up by Nagy. He had more walks than strikeouts in 69. He had 103 walks that year. Infield double play, and the batter is Buford. Buford's 0 for 1. Palmer not really a threat to do anything, and he won't. Nagy will go ahead and pitch. Nagy, 4-3, range play at the park. Fenway Park, 1-1. That is a ground ball to third. That ball is hit to George Scott. His range is a 3, and he's got it. 1-1-2. Second base pivot. Andrews plus 1 is a 3. They get the double play. 5-4-3 double play, 2 outs. As Buford grounds out around the horn. First double play hit into by the O's. Next batter is Blair. And Blair got hit by a pitch. His first time up. 2 outs now, top of the third. Still no score. Nagy, 5-6. Error on a grounder. Blair, 3-3. Nope. That's going to be a fly ball to left field, and Captain Carr will get to it. He'll make the catch and retire the side. Nothing across except a walk. And we go to the bottom of the third. Palmer back on the mound. Leading off for the Red Sox is the catcher, Tom Satriano, back in the lineup against right-handers. Satriano batting 400 for the Red Sox. He has been a pleasant surprise for the Bo Sox. Palmer, 1-2, strikeout. He'll get Satriano on that, though, and that is the second K for Palmer. 1 down. And now the pitcher, Mike Nagy, batted .077 in 69 with a couple RBIs. Palmer, 4-4, strikeout 6, swing and a miss, struck him out. And that's the third K for Palmer, 2 down. And now here's Jones. Jones is 0 for 1. Palmer will go ahead and deal. 2-2, strikeout 18, that will miss. Jones, 2-1, and he hits one hard to right. That's a 3, and that's going to be a double against a right-handed pitcher. So Jones keeps the inning going with a 2-bagger, and he'll get into second. And now here's Andrews. Andrews is 0 for 1. Jones on at second base, and he will stay right there. Fans here at Fenway Park know the Red Sox need to win this to tie the series up and send it back to Baltimore. Palmer, 3-3, strikeout 12, that's high. Andrews, 6-1, and it's a fly ball to center field. And Paul Blair is going to come to that, make the play, and retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Red Sox. And we're getting another pitcher's duel here at Fenway Park, of all places. No score after 3. You would have thought by now the score would be like 5-4 or 4-1, something like that. But in the first game of this series at Fenway, Baltimore, the Red Sox won it 3-0. They shut out the Orioles in that game. It was definitely a pitcher's duel. At Fenway Park, it's kind of weird sometimes how inside pitch can play. The great one, Frank Robinson, will lead off. He's 0 for 1 here in the top of the fourth. No score. Nagy, 5-1. That's a blank. Robinson, 1-5. Ground out to short. It's taken care of there by Petrocelli. He'll throw it over for the out, 1 down. Nagy is having a good game, and he needs to have a good game, especially today. Here is Powell, and he's 0 for 1. Fans here at Fenway wondering who's going to break through first. Nagy, 6-6. Home run chance. Lefty, 1-8. The 12 is too high. That would have been gone. Powell, 3-3. But he does hit one to right field. That's a 4, and Powell will get a double. So Powell hits a double to right field off a right-hander, and he'll get into second base. That ball must have just hit the top of the short porch out there. And Powell on at second. And now here's Robinson. Robinson is 0 for 1. Powell on at second. Strategy roll, and Powell will stay put. Nagy will now deal with Robinson. Nagy, 3-4. Wild pitch. Yes, and Powell will go to third. And that will be a wild one on Nagy, his first wild pitch of the game. Now the infield will play in to make sure Powell doesn't score. With 1 out, Powell's base running rating is a 0, so with the infield in, so no way he can come in on a ground out. Strategy roll, nothing on the 19. Nagy will go ahead and pitch. Nagy, 6-4, that is a blank. Robinson, 3-5, ground ball to third. Powell not able to go anywhere. The throw will go to first for the second out. His base running rating is a 0 with the infield in. There is no way he can score. And now 2 outs, and here comes Johnson. Johnson is 0 for 1. Now the infield is back. Fans here hoping Nagy can get it done here. Big go-ahead run on at third base. No score, top of the fourth. Orioles lead this series 2-1. Strategy, nothing on the 11. Nagy, 4-3. That's a range play at the park. Fenway Park, 3-6. That's a single to left. It's up to Captain Carl Yastrzemski to make a play. His range is a 4. He's after it, and he will not get it. Powell will come in to score. It'll be a base hit for Johnson, and the Orioles take a 1-0 lead. Tough play for Captain Carl near the Green Monster. But that's going to be an RBI single for Johnson and puts the Orioles ahead. And now here's Belanger. Belanger got a single his first time up. So the Orioles now a 1-0 lead. Strategy, Johnson will stay at first. Nagy, 1-4. Pitcher result, 18. That's going to be too high. Belanger, 5-6. And that's a ground out to short, handled easily by Petrocelli. He's going to throw to second to get Johnson, and the inning will end there. 1 run, 2 hits, a wild pitch. Davy Johnson comes through with an RBI single to put the Orioles ahead as we go to the bottom of the 4th. Ben Witz joins us here at Fenway Park. Captain Carl Yastrzemski will lead off. He's 0 for 1. Orioles have a 1-0 lead here in the 4th inning. Palmer, 5-6, range play. Yaz, 5-1, fly ball, center field. Going after that is Paul Blair. His range is a 4. That's a 1. He'll make the catch with no problem. 1 down. And now here's Smith. Smith got a double his first time up. Palmer, he'll pitch. Palmer, 5-4, against the switch left. That is a blank. Smith, 3-3, base hit right past short, and the tying run is on. Reggie Smith gets his second hit of the game and will now bring up Petrocelli. Petrocelli's 0 for 1, infield set for double play. Smith not going anywhere. Palmer looking in Petrocelli. Orioles have taken a 1-0 lead here in the 4th inning. Palmer, 3-1 against the righty, strikeout plus 10. That is a swing and a miss and a steer right out. That is the 4th strikeout for Palmer, 2 down. And then we'll now bring up Canigliaro, and he's 0 for 1. Smith stays put. Palmer, 1-4, walk. That 19 is too high. Canigliaro, 4-6, and he hits one to center field, but Blair has got it. And he'll come in a little bit, loses it a little bit in the stars, but he'll make the catch and retire the side. No runs and a hit for the Red Sox. And it's 1-0 Orioles after 4. I don't know why I said that. He lost it in the stars. I should have said he lost it in the lights. Did they have lights at Fenway in 69? I'm pretty sure they did. Maybe he did lose it in the stars. I don't know. Still recovering from the Met victory. We go to the top of the 5th. And Ellie Hendricks leads off for the Blackbirds. He's 0 for 1. Nagy will go ahead and pitch. Nagy, 6-4. That is a blank. Hendricks, 5-1. And that's a ground out to third. Taken care of there by Scott. And over to first it goes. 1 down. Here's Palmer. Palmer walked his first time up. Nagy, 2-6. That's a blank. Palmer, 1-1. And a line drive right to Nagy, who makes the catch. 2 outs. Line out to the pitcher. So 2 away. And now here's Buford. Buford is 0 for 2. Nagy with the pitch. 6-1 against the switch left. That's an automatic. Out! And that's a ground out to second base handled by Andrews. And Andrews will throw it over and retire the side. 1, 2, 3, go the Orioles. And we go to the bottom of the 5th. With the Orioles holding on to a 1-0 lead. Timeout for 1 quick second. As XSG2 joins us here at Fenway Park. Aaron Judge is going to end up being his generation's Don Mattingly. I don't think so. I think Aaron Judge is going into the Hall of Fame no matter what. Don Mattingly is it should be in the Hall of Fame, but is not. Aaron Judge is going in the Hall of Fame on it pretty much on his first ballot. I don't think no matter what he does the rest of his life. Aaron Judge is going into the Hall. Don Mattingly should be, but he's not. Bottom of the fifth, and leading off for the Red Sox will be George Scott, and he's 0 for 1. Palmer, he's got a 1-0 lead to work with. Palmer, 2-3, error on a throw. Scott, 4-5, ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Brooks Robinson. His error rating is a 5. That's a 13. Robinson is not making any errors. All he's doing is throwing to first for the out, 1 down. 1 away, and here comes Satriano, and he's 0 for 1. Palmer, 1-6, that's a blank. Satriano, 1-6, hits 1 to center. But Paul Blair will come under it and grab it, F8, 2 down. And now here's Nagy. Nagy is 0 for 1. Palmer sets up and deals. Palmer, 6-3, strikeout, 20, swing and a miss, struck him out. And the inning is over. 5th strikeout for Palmer, and that's a 1-2-3, very quick inning. After 5, Orioles lead by 1. As we go to the top of the 6th, Nagy back on the mound, and Paul Blair leads off. He is 0 for 1, but got hit by a pitch. Nagy looking on, and he will deal. Nagy, 5-1, that's a blank. Blair, 6-4, hit the left field, and Yastrzemski is going to get to that and make the play. Next up is Robinson. Robinson is 0 for 2. Nagy with the pitch. 5-5, that's a blank. Robinson, 3-6, and he hits 1 deep to center, but that's going to stay in there for Reggie Smith. He'll come under it and get it, 2 down. And now here's Powell. Powell is 1 for 2, got a double his last time up. Nagy with the pitch. Nagy, 4-1 against the lefty, blank. Powell, 5-1, base hit, hits 1 into right, and Powell keeps the inning going. So Powell gets his second hit of the ball game, and will now bring up Robinson, and he's 0 for 2. Powell on it first, not really a threat to do anything, and he won't. Nagy will go ahead and he will pitch. Nagy, 1-3, that is a blank. Robinson, 4-5, single, past third, that'll be a base hit. Powell will hold at second base. He doesn't have the speed, and he will hold there. First hit of the game for Brooks Robinson. It'll now bring up Johnson. Johnson 1 for 2. You'll say that when Barry Bonds with the Pirates, he struggled mightily in the playoffs. So it happens to the best of hitters. Oh, maybe so I didn't understand. So you were talking about Aaron Judge's ability in the postseason. All right, that I will get you. I will give you that. Powell on at second, Robinson on at first, 2 outs, top of the 6th. 1-0 Orioles. Johnson 1 for 2. Got an RBI single his last time up. Nothing on the strategy. Nagy will go ahead and pitch to Johnson. Fans here at Fenway hoping Nagy can come through with a good pitch. Nagy, 5-3, strikeout, 19 is high. Johnson, 2-6. And it's a grounder to second base. Up with it will be Andrews. And he's going to throw to first to get Johnson and retire the side. No runs, 2 hits for the Orioles, as they're unable to get any more runs in a pitcher's duel between Palmer and Nagy as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Combined ERA of these two is 5.4. So you kind of think you are going to get a low-scoring game, possibly, but at Fenway Park, they only allowed the Red Sox beat the Orioles 3-0. No home runs were hit at Fenway in that game. Top of the order for the Red Sox. Here's Dalton Jones, and Jones is 1 for 2. Got a double his last time up. Palmer will go ahead and pitch. You're referring to great Yankees that did not win a title. If Don Mattingly had just waited one more season and won with the Yankees in 1996, they would have put him in. Palmer, 1-1. That's at the park. Fenway Park, 3-4, and it's a blank. We will have a rare play with the bases empty. So rare play, bases empty at the park. 3-1, and the 3-2 pitch called strike three. Hitter argues call and gets thrown from the game. Wow, the Red Sox just lost Dalton Jones for the game. Youch. So a called strike on Dalton Jones, and that is the 6th K for Palmer, 1 out, but Dalton Jones is tossed. And they're going to have to make a move here. They got to bring in somebody at first. And, I could bring in Joe LaHood, but he's lousy. Yaz is a better first baseman. Is a better first baseman in this case. Joe LaHood, I could bring him in and put him in left field, which is a little weaker than Yaz. I think that's what you got to do. Or George Scott can go to first base also. And Dick Schofield could go to third, but he's lousy there. Oh, well, Carl Yastrzemski's going to move to first is what he's going to do here. So timeout as Yastrzemski is going to make a move. So Yaz is going to play first base. He's a 3-6. He's not bad at the position. So we're going to have Yastrzemski 3-6 play first base. And coming into play left field is going to be Joe LaHood. And he's not a bad left fielder. He's got decent range. Not as good as arm, however. So Jones is out. And LaHood is going to take over there. And he is a 3-7 plus 1. So timeout. 3-7 plus 1. And I got to change the card. So left fielder. So left field for the Red Sox is changed. So 3-7. So plus 1. So it's a -1 plus 2, 0 now. So now that's how it is in left field. Jeremy Brooks joins us here at Fenway Park. Yes, Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to Canada, by the way. Yes. So Joe LaHood's going to take over in left field as Captain Carl Yastrzemski will move to first as Dalton Jones got thrown out of the game. So that's out number 1. Meanwhile, the next batter is Andrews. Andrews is 0 for 2. Will someone please tell me what Dalton Jones said to the umpire? You said it was called a strike, so maybe can someone tell me what it was as I wasn't watching? So someone there tell me what he said to the ump. Palmer, 1-2, strikeout 12, that's high. Andrews, 5-5, and he hits one to right field, but Frank will get to that. Frank Robinson makes the catch for out number 2. 2 down. That pitch was lower than your wife. Ooh, okay, yeah, I could. Remember, guys, anytime I ask for you guys, if anybody gets ejected, your guys are telling me what he actually said. Pitch was lower than your wife. Oof, oh, that's cold. I could see him getting thrown out for that. Here's Yaz. Yaz is 0 for 2, but is now taking over first base. So Palmer will now pitch to Yaz. Palmer, 3-2 against the lefty. Walk plus 10, and that will be ball 4. So he does walk Yaz, and that's only the first walk given up by Palmer. He only had 63 of them in 69. And now the batter is Smith. Smith is 2 for 2, a single and a double. Runner on at first base, 2 outs here, bottom of the 6th. Orioles holding on to a 1-0 lead. Strategy. Nothing on the 8. Yaz will stay put. No, Dalton said the ump was a bird brace for being. Palmer will pitch. Palmer, 2-4, strikeout 12. That will miss. Smith, 6-5, and it's a grounder to first. Getting over there is Powell. He'll call off Palmer, take it himself, and retire the side. No runs, no hits, a walk, no errors, and one ejected player. 1-0 Orioles after 6. Frank Rosenk joins us here at Fenway Park. Yes, I have the scores for the Guardians. I have the score for the Yankees and the Guardians going on here so far. Yes, on my phone next to me. Another rapidly moving ball game. Top of the 7th. We're only 35 minutes into the stream. And leading off for the Orioles will be Mark Belanger. Nagy still has 4 more batters he can face. Palmer still has about 8 left before fatigue. So Nagy will pitch to Belanger. Nagy, 2-2 at the park. Fenway Park, 2-2. That ball is hit to left field. That's a 4. That's going to be a base hit. Belanger hits one into left, and the Orioles have a man on. Shouldn't say tying run, they lead. Here's Hendricks. Hendricks is 0 for 2. Infield set for double play. Belanger had 14 stolen bases, and he does get the steal sign. He's going. 14 plus 1 is 15. Satriano a 0 arm. There he goes. A 1-15. He is safe. Just got under the tag on a 14. Oh, that was close. Stolen base for Mark Belanger puts a big run in scoring position. He goes ahead and gets that steal, and that also takes away the double play. Strategy roll again, and Belanger will stay at second. Now Belanger on at second base. Nagy will pitch to Hendricks. Nagy, 5-5. That's a blank. Hendricks, 5-1. And that is a ground ball to third. That'll get picked up there. That'll get picked up by Scott. The throw goes to first, and Belanger will stay at second base. 1 out. The batter is Palmer. And Palmer can hit, and he's going to swing away. Palmer did have a 203 average. He's going to swing. Belanger on at second, and he'll stay there. Nagy will look in on Palmer. Nagy, 3-3. That's a blank. Palmer, 1-1. And it's a line drive right back to Nagy for out number 2. And Belanger gets back 2 outs. Belanger would have been out on a 5, but that was a 1, so Belanger gets back, and there are now 2 away. And now here's Buford. Buford is 0 for 3. He leads the Orioles in batting average for the postseason. Dwayne Cameron joins us here at Fenway Park. But Belanger on at second. Belanger on at second, 2 outs. Belanger, strategy roll. Nothing on the 9. Nagy will go ahead and pitch to Buford. Nagy will be tired after Buford. Fans at Fenway hoping Nagy can close it down. Nagy with the pitch. 4-5. Walk. 20. Ball 4. He walked him. Nagy's a 16 plus 4 makes him a 20. And Buford will walk. And now the batter is Blair. Nagy is tired. He is now tired after that walk. And that, believe it or not, that was Nagy's, I believe that was his second walk of the, no, that was his first walk of the second walk of the game. So now, do you let Nagy pitch to Buford, or do you bring in someone to get the out? Let's see. What do you do here? Nagy is tired. An S1 would be devastating and to bring in a big run, but they said Nagy, I may just have to bring him out here. The thing is, I wouldn't go with Blair. It would be Vicente Romo coming in to bring him in, and I think that's what they're going to do. They cannot take a chance. Nagy will go ahead and come out of the game. Once again, it does us a fine job but he cannot get ahead. So coming on to pitch now for the Red Sox will be Vicente Romo. So Nagy leaves with the L. Romo coming in. Romo has 1 win and 2 holds in the postseason. So Romo coming in here to get a big hold. He will pitch to Blair. 2 outs, strategy. Nothing happening. Romo comes in to go to Blair. Fans here at Fenway Park hoping Romo can get it done. And here it comes. Romo, 5-5, range play. Blair, 6-6. That ball is hit to right field. That's a 3. Against the righty, that's going to be a single to right. But going after it is Canigliaro. Not who you wanted hit to. His range is a 1. Does he get his inner Greg Luzinski? No, it's going to be a base hit to right field. Belanger, base runner 4. With 2 outs, becomes a 5. Single to right. Single to right plus 2 is going to be a 7. And Belanger will score. Buford, base runner 5 with 2 outs. Single to right. Plus 1 is a 6. Buford will make third. Blair gets to first. 2-0 Orioles. Stadium groans. RBI single by Paul Blair gives the Orioles a big run here in the top of the 7th. 2-0. And now the batter is Robinson. Robinson is 0 for 3. You kind of think he's due for a hit. 2 men down here. Fans at Fenway Park not liking what they see now. Still runners at the corners with 2 outs. Strategy. Nothing on the 19. Romo will pitch. Romo, 6-4. Against the righty, it's an automatic out. And that's going to be a grounder to short. Taken care of by Petrocelli. Throws to first to get Robinson. And that will end the inning. 1 run on 2 hits. 1 walk and a stolen base. Orioles have a 2-0 lead here. We are at the 7th inning stretch. Sing, take me out to the ball game. I'll be right back. Tomorrow night, it's back to the senior circuit. Back to Candlestick Park. Game 5 of the NLCS. The Giants 1 win away from the World Series. They're going to go ahead and send Gaylord Perry to the mound. But in order to get past the Cubs, it'll have to be against Fergie Jenkins. Cubs and the Giants tomorrow. Game 5 NLCS. Winner for the Giants. They go to the World Series. But if the Cubs can hold it, back to Wrigley Field for a Game 6. Tomorrow night on the network. And remember, once again, guys, these are coming soon. Bottom of the 7th here at Fenway Park. Orioles now have a 2-0 lead. And leading off for the Red Sox will be Rico Petrocelli. He's 0 for 2. Palmer still has plenty left in the tank. Palmer, 4-3 against the righty. Home run result against the righty. Petrocelli has a 20. That's an 11. And that one he sent pretty much over the green monster. Kaboom! That ball is hit pretty high. That ball is hit pretty deep. And that ball is hit pretty gone. Home run, Rico Petrocelli. Petrocelli hits his second home run of the playoffs. It's now 2-1. That was an absolute meatball by Palmer, and Petrocelli turned that into lasagna, and it's now 2-1. That's the first home run hit here at Fenway Park in this series. And now here's Canigliaro, and he's 0 for 2. But now it's a 2-1 game. Palmer will pitch. Palmer, 3-5. Home run chance. Righty, 1-6. 16 is too high. Canigliaro, 3-2. But he does get a base hit to right field. And the tying run is on. Canigliaro gets a single and is at first base. And here come the Red Sox. Now the batter is Scott. Infield a double play. Scott's 0 for 2. Tying run at first base, 2-1. The Red Sox now with nobody out in the bottom of the inning. That's a 3, nothing happening. Palmer will go ahead and pitch. Palmer, 2-6, strikeout, 12 is high. Scott, 4-4, and it's a ground out to third. 2-2-3. Second base, pivot Johnson, +1 is a 4. No, the throw will go to first. And Canigliaro goes to second, 1 out. And that's big that they couldn't turn that double play. And now the tying runs in scoring position. The only play that Brooks Robinson had was the first. He'll take the sure out. And Canigliaro goes to second. Now the batter is Satriano. Satriano is 0 for 2, though. But the tying run at second base for the Red Sox. Strategy roll. And that is Canigliaro actually gets the steal sign to go to third. He says, "Are you kidding me? Swing away there, Tom." Palmer will go ahead and pitch. Palmer, 5-1, strikeout 4, got him. And that is a big K on Satriano. That is the 7th strikeout for Gentleman Jim. And now there are 2 outs. Romo coming out of the game. The Red Sox are going to go to the bench. And they will bring out Dick Schofield. 257 average, 2 homers, 20 RBIs. So Dick Schofield will pinch hit against Palmer. The pitcher spot is 0 for 2. So 2 men down here. Now a 2-1 ball game. Canigliaro on at second. Strategy. That's a 20. Palmer can only balk. He won't. Now Palmer will go ahead and pitch to Schofield. Palmer, 6-6. That is at the park. Fenway Park. 4-4. And it's a pop fly ball to the catcher. Getting under it is Hendricks. His error rating is a 2. The only way he can drop this is on a 1. He won't. He'll make the catch in foul territory, and the inning is over. 1 run, 2 hits for the Red Sox. A solo bomb by Petrocelli, but it's still 2-1 in favor of the O's. Remember, anytime the catcher spot comes into play on the ballpark card in version 4, you have to roll for an error. On a pop fly ball, though, an error is only an odd number. But on a ground out, you got to go roll and see what the errors are rating. And Chris wanted more catcher errors, and he's definitely getting that. We go to the top of the 8th. Leading off for the Orioles will be Boog Powell, and the Red Sox will bring out a new pitcher. And they got left, right coming on. So coming on to pitch for the Red Sox is going to be Ron Klein. Klein is making he has 1 hold in the postseason. Ron Klein started the season with the Pittsburgh Pirates, wound up on the Red Sox later. This is only, I believe, his 2nd appearance. So Ron Klein is going to come out and he will pitch. He will pitch to Powell here. So top of the 8th, 2-1. Fans here at Fenway Park hoping Klein can get it done. When he came out, he actually did pretty well. Klein, 2-4. That's a blank. Powell, 6-4. And it's a grounder to second base. That'll be handled by Andrews. And the throw goes over to first for the out. One down. Here's Robinson. Robinson is 1 for 3. Klein looking in. Robinson sets in. Klein, a 5-3 against a righty. Strikeout. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that is out number 2. Nice plate. Nice strikeout by Klein. And now it'll bring up Johnson. Johnson is 1 for 3. Klein looking in on Johnson. Fans here at Fenway hoping Klein can keep it where it is. Klein, 1-4. Range play at the park. Fenway Park, 5-5. Ground ball to third. That ball is hit to Scott. His range is a 3. That is a 3. Scott will get it. Takes his time. Throws to first. Side retired. Nice job by Ron Klein on a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Sometimes pitchers with 5.19 ERAs actually don't pitch too badly in inside pitch. Bottom of the 8th and the top of the order for the Red Sox. Leading off is the new left fielder, Joe LaHood, who came into the game when Dalton Jones was ejected and Yaz moved to first. 188 average, 9 homers, 21 RBIs in 69. Palmer still can pitch to 3 batters, and they're going to let him pitch. Palmer, 2-6, strikeout, 14 is high. LaHood, 5-2, and it's a base hit past first. LaHood will get on base. Leadoff single for the Red Sox, and the tying run is aboard. The next batter is Andrews, and Andrews is 0 for 3. He has had a very, very rough postseason. Infield a double play. Strategy. Nothing on the 6. LaHood will stay at first. Palmer. 4-4. Strikeout. 12 is high. Andrews. 2-6. And that ball is hit to center field. That's a 19. And against a righty, it's going to die out there in center. Paul Blair will get to it and make the catch. Man, Andrews just can't catch a break. But now, can Captain Carl come through? Yaz is 0 for 2 with a walk. Palmer will be tired after Yaz. Fans at Fenway Park on their feet, hoping Yaz can get it done. Strategy. Nothing on the 15. LaHood stays at first. Palmer looking in on Captain Carl. The fans are loud. Palmer will deal. 2-3. Error on a throw. Yaz. 4-5, and it's a fly ball to center field. That's going to be caught by Blair for out number 2. There will not be a throwing error as LaHood's not going anywhere, and he goes back to first. And now the batter is Smith. Smith is 2 for 3, a single and a double. And 1 second, you kind of think sometimes you would think there was a runner on first, you could still have a throwing error. But he does. On a fly out, error on a throw. If no runners on, no error. If error, proceed to play out as normal. A holding runner and any trailing. Yeah, no, he doesn't have that. So 2 men down, and here comes Smith. Smith is 2 for 3, a single and a double. LaHood on it first, now 2 outs here. Palmer trying to hold on. Palmer is now tired. Palmer says, let me pitch, please. Palmer gets in there. Strategy roll. Now, that is a 1, but LaHood's not going anywhere. Palmer will go ahead and pitch. Palmer, 3-4, possible error. Smith. 2-2, and Smith's going to come through with a big-time double to right field. Now, the right fielder is Robinson. His error rating is a 3. That's a 14. There's not going to be an error. The question is, does Joe LaHood score? With 2 outs, base running 4. Double to right, -2. LaHood will score on a 1 or a 2. He doesn't. He's held at third. Holy cow, he does not score. As Frank Robinson guns that ball in there, and the tying run holds at third. A double by Reggie Smith, but LaHood is held at third base. And now the batter is Petrocelli. LaHood's base running rating, as I said, is a 3, becomes a 4. The right fielder Robinson has a -1 arm. And it's -1 on a double. So LaHood holds at third, Smith at second. Here's Petrocelli. Palmer is now tired, and they're taking him out. So that's going to be it for Palmer. He'll leave with the W, as the Orioles are going to go to the bullpen, and their bullpen is excellent. So Petrocelli, and coming on to pitch for the Orioles, is going to be Eddie Watt. Watt has 1 hold and 2 saves. Whether he'll pitch the rest of the game, I don't know yet. But Eddie Watt will pitch to Petrocelli. Holy cow, could not bring him in. On a heck of a throw by Robinson. They said you don't want to make the last out at the plate. Give Petrocelli a chance, and he can hit the bomb. Petrocelli has a bomb in the game. He's 1 for 3. Runners at second and third. Watt on the mound. Strategy. Nothing on the 19. The fans at Fenway hoping Petrocelli can hit another one. Watt will go ahead and pitch. 2-3 against the righty. It's an automatic out. And it's going to be a fly ball to center field. Paul Blair is going to come in a little bit. He'll make the catch and retire the side. No runs, 2 hits. But the tying run is left 90 feet away. 2-1 Orioles after 8. Stadium groans. Time out for a second. We go to the top of the 9th. Leading off for the Orioles will be Mark Belanger. Ron Klein has done his job. The Red Sox are going to go to the bench, are going to go to the bullpen. And coming on, they got a righty, they got a lefty, and they're going to go ahead and bring out the closer, Sparky Lyle, to keep it 2-1. So here comes Lyle. And Lyle has 1 hold and 2 saves for the Red Sox in the postseason. So Sparky Lyle will go ahead and take over here in the top of the 9th. 2-1 Orioles. You're wondering if Dalton Jones would have scored on that, and the answer is no, he would not have. Still would have missed out. I can tell you that right now. His base running rating is a 4. But that was a 4 that I rolled. So it would not have mattered, because it becomes a 5, and then -2 is a 3. He still would not have scored. Lyle, I usually don't do that, guys. I usually don't tell you what if. But then again, I had no control over that because that was an ejection anyway. So here's Belanger. He's 2 for 3, 2 singles, a stolen bases scored. Sparky Lyle coming on the mound. His job, keep it 2-1. Lyle, 4-4. That's at the park. Fenway Park, 4-1. That's a home run to the pull side, but that's a 19. And against the lefty, Belanger doesn't have anything. So that is going to be a fly ball to left field. And going after that is Joe LaHood. He'll make the catch, near the green monster for the out. Belanger doesn't have any homers against no power against lefties. So they dodge a bullet there. Here's Hendricks. Hendricks is 0 for 3. Lyle will pitch. Lyle, 3-6. Hit by pitch. No, 5 is high. Hendricks, 3-3. And that's grounded to second base. And getting over there will be Andrews. And over to first it goes. 2 outs. And now a pinch hitter coming in for Eddie Watt, as he's not going to be called upon to get the save. The Oriole bullpen is excellent, by the way. So they're going to go ahead and lead it, and coming up to bat for the Orioles is going to be Merv Rettenmund. 247 average, 4 homers, 25 RBIs. Rettenmund is going to go ahead and bat here. The pitcher spot is 0 for 3. So 2 outs. Lyle will pitch to Rettenmund. Lyle, 5-2, walk, 20. Nope, that's going to be too high. Against the lefties, a 14 plus 4 is an 18. That was a 20. Rettenmund, 5-4. And against the lefty, Rettenmund will get a double into left field. So Rettenmund comes off the bench and gets a pinch hit double to keep the inning going. And now Rettenmund on at second, and here comes Buford. A huge run at second base. Buford is 0 for 3 with a walk. You kind of think Buford is due to get something. Fans here at Fenway hoping Lyle can keep it where it is. It's a 2-1 Oriole lead here in the top of the ninth. A huge run at second base. Lyle looking in on Buford. Strategy. Rettenmund will stay put. Lyle will go ahead and he will pitch. Lyle, 2-6, strikeout 10. That's too high. Buford, 4-4, and it's a base hit past first. That'll be a single. Rettenmund will come around. He will score. 3-1 Orioles. Stadium barfs. Yeah. An RBI single by Buford, and Rettenmund easily has the speed to score. 3-1 Orioles. Bringing in Merv Rettenmund to pinch hit, and then Don Buford brings him in. You just don't see managing like this on that other channel with the fluffy cat. Now the batter is Blair, but Sparky Lyle gives up a big run. And now it is 3-1 Orioles. And another big run is on first. Here's Blair. Blair is 1 for 3, a single, and got hit by a pitch. Buford on it first. Lyle will continue to pitch to Blair. Fans here at Fenway seeing now a 3-1 lead by the O's. Strategy rolls are now off. Lyle, 3-4 against the righty. Strikeout plus 10. Swing and a miss. Struck him out, and the inning is over. But the damage is done. 1 run, 2 hits for the Orioles. They have a 3-1 lead in Game 4 of this ALCS. But will we see some 9th inning magic? Tony Canigliaro leads off for the Red Sox. He is 1 for 3. A righty, 2 righties and a lefty coming up. And the Orioles will be bringing out Dick Hall. Dick Hall has 1 win, and that's all he has. But Hall here going for the save. So Watt will get credit for a hold because the 1 run was not charged to him. So here comes Dick Hall, 5-2, 6 saves, a 1.92 ERA. This Oriole bullpen doesn't suck. Hall will pitch to Canigliaro here in the bottom of the 9th. 3-1, another wild pitch. Holy cow. Good thing it's only Game 1 for the Guardians. Hall will go ahead and pitch. Hall, 1-3, strikeout, swing and a miss, struck him out. Hall will get Canigliaro on the K, 1 down. And now here's Scott. Scott is 0 for 3. Oriole pitching has been excellent this whole postseason. Hall will pitch. Hall, 2-6 against a righty. It's an automatic out, and that's a fly ball to left. And Don Buford will get to that, and he'll make the catch, 2 down. And now the last chance for the Red Sox is Tom Satriano, and he is 0 for 3. Hall gets set for Satriano. Fans here at Fenway Park hoping he can keep it going. Orioles 1 out away from taking a 3-1 series lead. Hall sets it up there, and he will deal. Hall, 4-5, range play at the park. Fenway Park, 2-5. That ball is hit the right field. That's a 17. Now that is a home run result. Against the righty, Satriano needs a 1. He doesn't get it. Now it's a range play. Now it's a range play to right field. Going after that is Frank Robinson. His range is a 2. If he makes this, the game is over. If he doesn't, it's a double. Robinson going after it, and he will not get it. It'll be a double. Satriano keeps the game alive with a double to right. And now the tying run coming to the plate. No way Frank Robinson can get it. And the Red Sox will go to the bench. And coming on to bat for the Red Sox is going to be Billy Canigliaro. And he's a home run power. He's got home run power. Billy Canigliaro, 288 average, 4 homers, 7 RBIs. So Satriano, the tying run is at the plate. Satriano is at second. Fans here at Fenway ready to see if Billy Canigliaro can get it done. 2 outs, bottom of the 9th, 3-1 Orioles. Hall trying to get the save. Strategy rolls are off. Hall gets the sign. Now he will deal. 4-3. That's a blank. Canigliaro. 5-4. And it's a fly ball to center field. Getting over there is Paul Blair. He gets back for it. Takes 1 step backwards. Puts out his glove. Blop. And the ball falls into it. That's your game. The Orioles will win game 4 of this ALCS 3-1. And they now also take a 3-1 series lead. Stadium barfs. Yeah. No runs and a hit for the Red Sox. And Hall gets it done. And the Orioles now have a 3-1 lead. And the Orioles are 1 game away. So both teams in the AL and the NLCS, we are a couple of games away from an orange and black World Series. But the Orioles still have to win 1 more game, and so do the Giants. And we all know the hardest game to win is always the last one. Final line score coming up. For the Orioles, 3 runs, 9 hits, no errors. For the Red Sox, 1 run, 8 hits, no errors. The winning pitcher is Jim Palmer, and he's gone to 3-0-1 on the postseason. Mike Nagy takes another tough loss, goes to 0-3-1 on the postseason. Eddie Watt will get his second hold, and Dick Hall will get his first save. So the Orioles now take a 3-1 series lead, but they still have to win game 5. 2 elimination games coming up tomorrow night. Back to Candlestick for game 5 of the NLCS. The Chicago Cubs versus the San Francisco Giants. 2 Hall of Famers on the mound. Fergie Jenkins will be going for the Cubs. Gaylord Perry going for the Giants. Can Gaylord Perry send the Giants into the World Series? Or will Fergie Jenkins send it back to Wrigley? What will happen tomorrow night in the NLCS? Cubs and Giants Game 5. Be there or be square. Thank you all for joining me tonight. Please leave a like on your way out to the turnstiles. Subscribe if you're not done so, and make sure you hit the bell. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay smart, stay strong. We'll see you guys tomorrow night. The Baltimore Orioles win the game 3-1, and they lead this American League Championship Series 3-1. We'll see you guys tomorrow night.